Welcome to the DKHizouse. You know what we talking about. Welcome to the DKHizouse. That's what we gonna run our mouth. Hey y'all, just a little disclaimer. Everything is for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged. I don't know none of these people. I'm just giving my thoughts, my opinions, predictions on what I think I see and know and hear. And I want you to do the same down in the comment section. So don't take everything too seriously, but only with a grain of salt, because we be chefing it up in this kitchen. And welcome, glad to have you. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you've been here a couple of times, we'd love to have you in the fam bam. I just popped the Skittles, so excuse me. I just popped the Skittles, so excuse me. If you hear me smacking, it's almost gone. Basically, taste the rainbow. Basically, I feel like you shouldn't let a person reject you too many times. Because eventually you got to move on. Like, you gotta go on to the next thing. One thing about me and rejection, I really take it as a thank you. Partially because I low-key like being by myself anyway. So if a person rejects me, it only lets me know that I need to continue to be by myself until I find that perfect person for me. Now, true enough, it can be a little disheartening, but I'm at a age now that I don't put all my eggs in a basket and be like, oh, you know, if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna be lonely and single forever, or I'm gonna pass out. Like, it's never given that, because I know I'm a beautiful woman, I know I'm a talented woman, and I know I get people want to talk to me like every other day, every other month. So I know if it doesn't work out for one person between me and another person, and that's not the end of the world. Because a lot of times, we test people to see if there's anything there, if it's a connection, people are being serious or being for real. And you flirt a little bit, you give a little indication. And I realize, it's good to do, but I still don't feel like women need to do too much. I feel like you need to let a man know that you're interested. And if he's interested, he will let you know that he's interested. If he's not interested, on to the next. And that's okay, because everybody is not going to be your cup of tea. Everybody's going to not like what you're giving. But there's definitely going to be that one or two person that is. Now, I found myself, letting people know before. But usually it doesn't work out when I let people know how I feel, even though I feel like it would work out a little bit better if I pick the person and they like me back. However, when the person picks me, it seems like I don't like them as much. I know that's weird, but it is what it is. But like, if I never got approached, I can be like, okay, like, this is the end of the world. But I feel like even me, like, I'll tell the person, no, or I may just try to see where their head is. And when I get the indication that I'm not really feeling them, or they're not really as serious as they act like they are, I'll just give them, the cold shoulder. And a lot of times they will stop. A lot of times they get the message. A lot of times they move on, which is very mature, especially when you get a certain age. I don't feel like it needs to be a tug of war, trying too hard, doing too much, because you either like me or you don't, right? They either like you or they don't. And that's okay, because like I said, if you find a person who is not reciprocal of what you're offering, doesn't like what they see, that just means that they're not for you, and that's okay. And a lot of times people get mad, get in their feelings, or be pressed because a person is not into them. But in reality, you just save yourself 10 years or 20 years or 5 minutes of your time figuring it out, because they nipped it right in the bud. It's like, I'm going to ignore you now. I'm going to continue on with my life now without you. Yay. Thank you. So anytime somebody rejects you, take it as a thanks, because that means they're not mature enough for you, or they're not the person for you, or they're not man enough for you, or they're not woman enough for you. And that means there's somebody bigger and better coming and on the way. Because I feel like if a person truly, truly likes you, they're going to let you know. Because it's even been a time that to be honest, every guy that was attracted that I wanted, like, they wanted me too. That's the crazy part. I'm thankful for that. Okay, so luckily I've had my share of attractive guys liking me. But you know how it is when you get to know a person and it's something off, or y'all don't even like the same things, or they're a little bit too pushy, or they're a little this or they're a little that. And you just don't be really as interested as you may have been when you first started talking to them or whatever. So anyway, I remember this person like coming towards me, and they were attractive, don't get me wrong, but it was like something was off, and I just couldn't put my finger on it, so I never could fully invest in a relationship. And then eventually, they backed off or whatever. But it was kind of like I felt like they was gonna do that anyway. I felt like they was just wasting my time, to be honest. I felt like they weren't that serious, and lo and behold, ha ha ha, that's exactly what they were doing. So I wasn't as forthcoming to them, but then later I started thinking about it. I'm like, oh, they're attractive though. I don't, if I can just get with them and they're attractive, I can make it work. This and this and that. But in reality, I wouldn't have been able to make it work because it wasn't working the first couple of times that we tried to make it work. It was always something off. It was always something not clicking, always something not right. Because I do feel like, yes, relationships can be challenging at times, but I also feel like when you're with the right person, I feel like it's going to be effortlessly, because I feel like y'all going to be yin to the yang, you know. Wow. Okay, sorry. That's something in my throat. I feel like you're going to complete each other. What the other person's lacking, you're going to be strong in the area where you're strong. The other person may be weak, and y'all help each other. So I feel like y'all going to be helpmates. They said a woman's supposed to be the helpmate. And I feel like it's just going to be a natural flow, a natural progression. And I still, even to the day that I probably pass on, I will believe that if you're constantly arguing, constantly fighting, or constantly having to go to counseling or do makeup sessions and constant date nights just to prove that the person is for you, I really feel like it's not a solid relationship. Because I feel like a relationship that is truly for you is effortlessly, it's unconditional. It's one of those, I'm gonna be with you no matter what type of things. Like, I got your back, like you're my person. And for those relationships, I really feel like it's no way you can really fall out of love. You see older people all the time that's been with people for 30, 40 years, and you can just tell they still love that person unconditionally and just wholeheartedly. I'm not saying that that's easy to find. I'm not saying that, because I do feel like it takes a while to find that particular person. And I feel like because of that, a lot of people settle for a person that's not their person, and they're all in their head about why it didn't work, or why I'm arguing all the time, or why we have to work so hard at it, this and this and that. It's because, yeah, you're unequally yoked, player, pimpette. Just that simple. So when a person turns you down, just look at it as you dodged a bullet. You dodged a heartache, because if that person really was for you, they would, first of all, do everything they could to let you know that they want to be with you, especially if they're the man. I feel like a man needs to let the woman know that they're into them. Especially if the woman is flirting first or shows interest first, because I do feel like it's something to that. If the woman is interested first, then it can go further than if the man is the only one just interested. But keep in mind, like, if you're attractive, it can work, but at the same time, it has to like flow. Because usually a woman picks different. Usually a woman, she'll like your mannerism, she'll like your appearance, and a whole lot of things before she's like really into you. With the man, it's more because he just like the way you look, so it's very superficial. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if a woman is like, oh, I like this about him, I like that about him, and he's attractive, like, it's just a better chance of working and playing out. However, like I said, it could probably be a little painful, just a little bit, to know that, oh wow, this person that I wanted did not want me. And you might take it to heart, but at the same time, it's like you see them with the next person and they don't got nothing on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, that's your type, you know what I'm saying? Or you just want somebody who will let you run over them, you know what I'm saying? Because some men really do. They want a woman who will let them get away with murder and everything else. Like, it's just like they can just do this and this and the two. Now, I don't feel like it's nothing wrong with a woman catering to a man and this and that if the man is worthy of that. But I don't feel like a woman needs to devalue herself for a man to know that she wants to date him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it should be effortlessly and it should be like a give and take. So, once again, if you flirt with a man or a woman, or you let somebody know that you're interested in them and they're not taking the bait or responding back in a favorable manner to move forward, either they're just not a good time for them to be in a relationship, they'd rather be single, because that does happen. I've had that happen to me. It's like if that person approached me like a year from now, maybe I would talk to them. So it can happen as far as not being the right time, not necessarily they're not attracted to you, because I've definitely been that person, sadly enough. And I'm really trying to get out that mode, but I enjoy my time by myself. So the only reason that I would really jump out of it is it's just like you're blowing me away, or like you're just really impressing me. So take it as a sign if the person does not flirt back with you, does not let you know that they're interested, because after a while you're going to start resenting that person if they do keep ignoring you, they don't respond to you, and you're the one keep making them move. So just take it as a blessing and move on. Well, as always, thank you for stopping by at the His House for your alleged tea, entertainment, and gossip and predictions. And we will definitely have more. So definitely come back and see us. And if you want to be notified, hit that bell and also subscribe, especially if you've been here before. Come back again and again. But subscribe and join the fam band. We'd love to have you. And if you liked anything that was said on today, or even made you laugh, joke, think, ponder, make sure you hit that thumbs up or that like button, especially if you agree or disagree, and comment down below.